and a good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening to you, the good people of the tube. Hope well today, hope you're feeling grand and always well in your world. Hello there, everybody. Today, people of the tube, we're going to do a microphone shootout because I'm not sure out of these two which one I prefer, and I want to get your opinion on this because I don't know which one to go with. So, what you heard in the intro jam, I believe, I forgot, because it was a couple of days back I did the intro jam. I believe it's the SM57. So, the SM57 has been kind of like the mainstay. This is kind of like been the mic on this channel like since I got the Zoom Q8, basically. And even before that, I've had this microphone for absolute years. I've used it for countless recordings and all sorts. Live, you name it, I've used this microphone. I've had this thing for years. And I'm very accustomed to the SM57 sound, as we all are, really. I mean, this is the microphone that really captured guitar, forever. But recently, and with the help of my patrons on Patreon, so thank you very much for supporting me on Patreon. I've bought this mic. We've just had a power cut, so I better turn all my stuff off before it comes back on. I'll keep going. Let me just turn the power all off though, so we don't get anything weird. So, one sec. I need to turn the light off. I don't want anything to go crazy. Okay, anyway, hello again. So, there we go, power cut. A bit of excitement. So anyway, where are we? Yeah, so anyway, I've used the SM57 for years, and I've used it for loads of things on this channel. You've seen it all the time on these cabs. So I'll say, recently I got this Sennheiser E609. Now, I've used these before in studios when I've been doing a little bit of recording work or recording. But I'm not sure now which one I prefer. I don't know if I prefer the 57 or the Sennheiser. So what I do love about the 57 is that it's extremely directional. You can really aim it. You know what I mean? You can really aim it exactly where you want it and you get that sound. You know what I mean? The Sennheiser is obviously it's got a bigger face on it. I don't think that's what it's called. But because it's bigger, it's harder to kind of like find a sweet spot, I find, with this. That's one thing that kind of annoys me about this microphone, is I find it really hard to, like I say, find the exact spot I like. With the 57, I can just aim it directly at that spot, and it gets it. The Sennheiser, it doesn't quite. It seems to get an amalgamation of everything, which isn't the worst thing in the world, because I think this picks things up brighter and clearer, but I don't know. So anyway, people of the tube, today's vid, when the power comes back on, is going to be like a bit of a shootout between the SM57 and the Sennheiser. So, as usual with the shootout, what we're going to do is we're going to do a clean-ish kind of example first, basically my jackhammer. I'm going to use my white Strat because I know that guitar's sound. You know what I mean? I know what that thing sounds like. We're going to go through the CR120 into this top right speaker. So we're going to have the 57 with the jackhammer, cleanish, John Frusciante thing. And then we're going to have the E609 with the cleanish sound, basically in the same position. I'm going to put the mic in the exact same position, and then we're going to put on the governor for a distortion sound. Actually, no, sorry, I tell a lie. We're going to put on the DS2 for a distortion sound after that. So we're going to have like that kind of semi-broken up John Frusciante kind of cleanish tone with the 57 and the E609. And then we're going to have the jackhammer and the DS2 on for a distorted tone with 57 and this. And basically, I'm going to find out which one I prefer, and also which one you prefer as well, people of the tube, because I'm very curious. I want your opinion on this one. Like I said, I want to know which mic you preferred, why. What was it about the 57? What was it about the 609? What was it that you liked about that microphone? And let me know which one you would prefer to hear on the channel. Because I've been using this for quite a lot of videos recently. I've been using it, and I'm starting to struggle a little bit with the sound that I'm getting in certain videos. It's like I say, this seems to kind of pick up a lot more, whereas the 57, you can kind of aim it. You know what I mean? At the exact spot you want. It's so directional, the 57. and you just aim it directly at the spot you want, and you get that. Whereas the 609 gets a lot more because it seems to just pick up more. Well, it does pick up more, but I don't know, PeopleTube. I might go back to the 57. I think I prefer it. The only problem with the 57 is it's so big. You know, the really cool thing about this microphone is when you fold the side down, it's really low profile. Whereas the 57's big, it sticks out. And because I like my amp to always be behind me. I don't like my amp off to the left of me or the right of me. I like it directly behind me. For years and years and years, I've kind of like put it to the left of me or the right of me in doing videos, and it's always bugged me. So now I've put it behind me. The 57 sticks out, and I'm always afraid of knocking it. Don't really have that problem with this one. But anyway, that's enough whiffle waffle talking. I say, let me know which mic you prefer. So first off, you're going to hear the cleanish John Frusciante tone Marshall Jackhammer 57 609. Then we're going to stick a DS2 on for the sound example afterwards. 57 609. So, and basically what I'll do then is I'll go away and listen, and I'll come back and give you my final thoughts. And as usual, PeopleTube, give me your final thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know which one you preferred and why. Well, yeah, well, if power ever comes back on, because we're still in the dark. Anyway, yeah, let's get to it. Anyway, well, when I can. See you in a sec. So, yeah, sound example, cleanish first. Okay, people of Tube, there you go. There's the 4 sound examples of cleanish and distortion. For me, the out-and-out winner was Mr. 57. It just beat this mic into submission for me. Like I said, let me know what you heard in the comments section below. The 57 was just warmer, and it got more of the guitar, how the guitar sounds in the room. The 609 was adding a lot of high end. Like I say, it's the beauty of the 57, and I'll talk about that in a sec. But the beauty of the 57 is it's so directional. Where you point it, what you see is what you get, which I love. You know what I mean? I know the sweet spot on every single one of my cabs because I'm a bit weird like that. I've gone around every single one of my amps, and I know which speaker I like the most, and I know exactly where I want it. I've done a video on that. And it's pretty much the same for every cab. Certain ones are a little bit further in, some ones a little bit further out, but it's minute. But the 57 being so directional, and the fact I can just point it wherever I want it, just works better for me. The 609, I still love this mic. I will not be getting rid of this microphone. I love it. But for me, it's too bright. I still use this, and for recording purposes and stuff like that, this would be amazing. I really want to try this on acoustic guitar. I might save that for another video. I'm not going to do it today. But I might try this on acoustic guitar in relation to the 57 and a 58, an SM58. We might do a bit of another microphone shootout in a couple of months with the 609, the SM57 and the SM58 on an acoustic guitar to see which one works better, because when I demo an acoustic guitar or mic up an acoustic guitar, I always like to know which one of my microphones works the best, and I don't actually know. Because mainly if I'm recording an acoustic guitar, I just go DI anyway. But in that occasion where I might want to mic up to get more ambience and stuff like that, well, it'll be interesting to see. So we'll do that in a couple of months, people of the Tube. But for now, like I say, I really want to know what you hear in the comment section below as well. But for me, I'm going back to the 57. The E609 by Sennheiser is a great microphone. It sounds great, and so many people use these things, and I've used them quite a lot especially live. I've seen these things live all the time. But I always wanted one to kind of like to use, and I wanted a bit of a more low profile mic to record with, but it's not the end of the world. I'll just have to be careful I don't bang into it, which isn't a problem because I always move that way anyway. Anyway, that's enough waffle. But it just is. It's the directional nature of the 57 just wins, and the warmth, and because it gets the warmth and the growl and the brightness, it gets everything this does. Whereas the 609 just seems to get a lot of high. You know what I mean? It really brightens things. It kind of always thins things out. It makes things a bit more kind of like not necessarily the best representation of what I'm hearing. And by the way, people, the distance between the front of the mic and the grill cloth is pretty much as close as I can get to where I had the 57. So they were basically mic'd up in the exact same spots. I know exactly where on this cab where I want to aim the mic. So I aim basically like the middle of the 609, right exactly where I'd aim the middle of the 57. So just give you an idea of like the difference. Like this is just so perfect for me. It really is. The 57, I won't be moving away from a 57 again for guitar miking. I won't be doing it. I'm going to keep this microphone. I still love it, but I love this more. This video came about, people of YouTube, because recently, the last load of videos I've done, they haven't been sounding right to me. I'm just like, well, when I go back to editing the video, I'm like, it sounds good, but it doesn't sound right. When I did the Marshall, what's it called? The old 1977 Marshall. I forgot what it's called now because I'm stupid. The big 212 combo. When I was miking that up, I was like, that's not what it sounds like in the room. And when I did my John Frusciante pedal board through the Fender amp, I was like, that's not what it sounds like necessarily. It is, but there was like added treble. And I mic with treble. And I was like, something doesn't sound right. And I've been thinking about it, and obviously, it just occurred to me the other week that Mr. Microphone here might be the cause of that. It might just be getting, because it's not as directional as Mr. 57 here, it's not picking up a frequency I want it to pick up. So I'm I'm a little bit cheesed off, in all fairness, because some of the videos I've done that I've just passed, although they sound good, I think could have sounded better if I'd just stuck to Mr. 57, and that kind of bugs me. So I might have to go back and revisit some of those videos I've done, like my John Frusciante pedalboard through the Fender, the Marshall, and stuff like that, because I'm not overly happy with the sound I got at all. I just found it a bit too thin. I mean, it sounds good. It sounded good. You know, it didn't sound bad, but it just sounded a bit too thin, and it didn't quite get what the 57 gets, which is everything. This just kind of seems to pick up. It seems to kind of like high pass everything, which for a guitar isn't the worst thing, but it kind of is sometimes. You know what I mean? High passing is all well and good if you're recording, but for the way I'm doing things, you know, no sound editing, nothing like that, this isn't really ideal. So this is more a studio mic, whereas this is more a everything mic. You know what I mean? I can record all sorts with the 57, whereas I'm just going to literally use this for recording guitars when I... And we've had another power cut. That means my computer's going to turn itself off again. My God, get the power sorted! That's the fourth one this morning. In the space of an hour, we've had 4 power cuts. No, it can't be in the space of an hour. Probably about 2 hours. I'm losing track of time because I'm filming, so I don't know where I am. I'm suddenly glad my camera isn't off mains. Anyway, yeah, for me, like I say, 57 wins the day, so I'm going to put the 57 back on. That's the mic I'm going to use from now on. The 609 is going to be basically reserved for just recording guitar when I'm not DIing, basically. But I'm not going to get rid of this microphone. I'm so grateful to my patrons on Patreon for helping me kind of afford this and help me get this. It's never lost to me how grateful I am to those people who support me on Patreon. I'm so grateful. So if you're one of my patrons on Patreon, thank you so much indeed. Your support makes the world of difference. It really does. It gives me, you know, so much more scope to do things, like I say, like, you know, this and stuff like that. You know, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for you helping me with this. Yeah, but I'll say this is going to be reserved now for just recording guitar, but it might be acoustic guitar, because like I say, we'll do a shootout in a couple of weeks time, people with Tube, between this and an SM58 for recording acoustic guitar. So hopefully if you were thinking of getting a microphone for recording your guitar at home or whatever, I hope this might kind of like be a little bit more in a bit informative on that one, to see which way you want to go. If you want the sound you hear, total directional, like that's the sound I want, the 57. If you want to kind of pick up the whole kind of gamut of kind of like brightness and the darkness of your speaker, then the 609 does that. You know, it really picks up everything. Whereas this Mr. 57, where you put it is what you get. You know what I mean? And I like that more. That works for me with my, consistency of sound thing. 57 works a treat. So, and I'll say, we're going to go back, people of the Tube, and we're going to revisit some of these sounds in the videos I've done previously. The Marshall, the John Frusciante board through the Fender amp. That one really bugged me, because the John Frusciante one, it came out not sounding quite the way it sounds. So I'm definitely going to redo the John Frusciante pedalboard one. I'll definitely redo the Marshall as well at some point. And anything else I've gone through since then. We'll do it again. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, everybody. I hope it's been somewhat informative. Anyways, let me know which mic you preferred and why. I do apologise, but I'm definitely going back to... If you prefer the 609, I do apologise, but I'm going to have to go back to the 57. It's just more what it actually sounds like to me. And like I say, that's been really kind of like nagging at me, and it's been getting me down, to be honest with you, because I'm like, it doesn't sound right. And, you know, when things don't sound right to me, it really affects me badly. I know it shouldn't, but I take real... I take that stuff really heavily on board because I'm a consistency freak. I like things to sound the same all the time. I don't like it when things upset that balance, and that, unfortunately, that's what this microphone did. And it's been kind of gnarling at me. So we're going to go back to the glorious legendary classic Mr. SM57. So I hope you enjoyed this video, people of the tube. Like I say, we'll do a shootout again in a couple of weeks on acoustic. See which microphone picks up acoustic really well. For some reason, I have an inkling that this 609 will work really nicely for an acoustic guitar. If you aim that somewhere around like the 12th fret, or kind of like somewhere between the sound hole and the 12th fret, I reckon this is going to sound really nice. But we will see. Anyway, until then, let's move that out there so we can actually do it properly. I don't know what day we are, but anyway, I'll see you again, people of YouTube. Have a great morning, afternoon, and good evening. I'm going to go and edit this video. Well, I can't edit this video. We haven't got any power. So, I'm going to go and get something to eat instead. Anyway, have a great morning, afternoon, evening. Far too much waffle today. Goodbye now. Thank you much indeed. See you later. See you later? Why not? See you later, man. New catchphrase. See you later. Might get on a t-shirt. See you later. On a cheese shirt. He can't speak. Go away, Dave.